Hi, welcome to another episode of Live on What You Grow. Today I'm going to be talking about tillering on the corn. And what the tillers are is that they are suckers that grow out of the lower axillary buds on the very bottom of the corn. And it looks like that there's 5 different corn plants that are growing up there. And corn is actually a grass. So this is something that is normal for corn plants, but actually most agronomists agree that the tiller development in corn represents the growing conditions that are quite favorable with plenty of nutrients, water, and sunlight. So it actually is a sign that we could grow our corn closer together. And I don't have too many plants in there. I've got maybe about 20 plants. I could probably go up to actually 30 plants in a small area like this. And I've actually seen some videos on YouTube where people put 100 plants in a thing like this, and you say, how can that possibly grow corn? It's not going to grow corn, and yet you look and they grow beautiful corn. So if the whole premise of living on what you grow is to be able to make your garden as fertile as possible, your soil as fertile as possible, to grow as much food as possible on the smallest amount of land possible. So, and it's not that we have to do that this year, that we're learning how to do it. We're going through the steps of learning how to grow corn and seeing these suckers, the tillers is what they're called, that this is a sign that we could plant our corn closer together. Now, when you look at some of these tillers, so let's see, I'll use this one for example here. This one has this one main stalk growing out of the middle, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 tillers that are growing out of it. Now, this particular tiller has the tassels that are growing on the top. So actually, if you know about the physiology of corn, then you're going to know that there is silk that is growing on the top of each of these ears of corn, and each one of these little silk is attached to a kernel. Every kernel has a piece of silk that is attached to it, and every one of these silk have to be pollinated with the pollen that falls off of these tassels. You can see there's some brown that is on there, and when that dries, it falls onto the silk and it pollinates it. The tassels are the male part and the silk is the female part. The more tassels that you have, the more likely that every one of these silk is going to be fertilized, leading to a very full ear of corn. You've probably grown corn where it looked like that half the cob was missing its kernels. It's because that it didn't get pollinated well enough, and that's because the corn wasn't planted close enough. I've actually seen some people, I've watched a YouTube video this morning, and a person had 1 row of corn, and that is not good for pollination. So you want to grow it in blocks like this. And I put this fence around it to protect it from the animals, from the cat going in there, from the deer when it is small. The deer don't usually bother it when it is large like this. But the fence actually helps to hold everything upright so that when you have a big block of corn like this, they're not going to get blown over by the wind. Okay, another thing about these silks is that it's kind of an indicator when they start to dry up and turn brown like this. This corn is almost ready. I actually opened up this one over here in the back, and it's not quite ready yet. So this one is about the same color as that. So I'm going to let those go for about 2 more days. But if you look over here, here is actually a little corn on one of the tillers. I don't imagine that that's going to be a very nice ear of corn, but there'll be some corn on it. But look at the purplish color. This is nowhere near ready. And if you look over here, this is blonde, and that is not ready either. If you look in there, look at that purple one over there. That sure is a beautiful color, isn't it? But these aren't quite ready. Probably in about 2 more days, I'll be able to eat those 2 ears, and probably in about another week or so, some of these will be ready, and then maybe another week after that, these purple ones will be ready. So just wanted to let you know about that too. Now, corn is an important to live on what you grow crop, because that it can be a source of your protein. The amino acids that are created in this, remember that corn is a grass, or it's a grain that has the amino acids that are complementary to legumes. So if you have peas and beans, and we've got a lot of beans that we just harvested today, and we only picked half of them, and we have a whole lot to eat and to ferment and to can, and we're going to be getting some more of that. But when you combine the corn with the legumes, it makes a complete protein. Now, I was thinking about making a video about the tillers, and I was thinking, well, when is the best time to do it? And you might say, well, the best time to do it is in the spring when they first start to appear. A lot of people who don't really understand corn physiology, a lot of people have been misled to thinking that the tillers are going to draw the nutrition away from the main stem and away from the grain that we're growing here. But as I was saying before, that the agronomists agree that it is good to have those tillers, because the research has actually shown that there is very little movement of the photosynthesate from the corn to the tillers, and actually most of the transfer of the photosynthesate actually goes from the tillers to the main stem. So actually these tillers are actually providing the carbohydrates that the corn is going to need to produce the sugars that are in that. So it is something that is very, very beneficial. So you've got the tassels, you also got the photosynthesate that is going from this. These leaves are photosynthesizing, they're creating all of those sugars. They're going down into the stem, and they're going into this main stem where the fruit is being produced. So, I think that a lot of times that growers, they have the worry that having those tillers is going to draw that nutrition away from the plant. One thing I'd just like to show you also over here are these brace roots. They are growing out of that first node. They are not even yet reaching the ground. Those are brace roots. It's something that the plant does in order to make sure that it is going to be able to stand upright. Obviously, my corn didn't know that it was going to be in a cage, so it sent forth these brace roots. There's another set of brace roots on the plant that is right behind it, where the roots are actually going into the ground. They're getting water and nutrients for that plant. But the main purpose of those brace roots, I've asked the plants, and they told me the main purpose of those brace roots is to help to hold the plant upright. So I hope that, oops, got some mosquitoes here. Now, what was I saying? You could take these and use them as decorations in the fall. You can get good money for them. And, if, believe it or not, you could probably, after you harvest all of this corn, you could probably sell these corn stalks for $1, or put them on $5, $6. How much? $10? So you could get a bunch of these stalks up, tie them together with some twine, sell them for $10. If you're living on what you grow, you want to recoup some of your investment. You want to get paid for some of your work. So you're going to be getting food. In the fall, I put a big, probably about 10 gallons of biochar into the soil last year, and we put an entire wheelbarrow of compost on this one, maybe 2 wheelbarrows on here. But you can see that it always goes back down to the level. When I put the compost on, it goes up about that much higher, and then over the winter, and it works its way down. But this soil is absolutely gorgeous. It is so fertile, and that is why that we're getting all of this tillering in this, and that's why that we can plant these plants closer. That's what I was going to say before, was that you're learning this. So you plant 18 plants and then you have all of this tillering. So next year, you know that you can plant more plants in there. So what I was saying before was, when's the best time to make this video? Well, the best time to make this video, I believe, is now, because now I can see the results of this corn that is growing here. And now I know that I can plant more corn in this same amount of space because of the soil fertility that we have built up. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you keep your tillers on and don't think that you're harming your plants. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next video. If you click over on the link to the right, you'll go right directly to the next video, and we'll see you there.